Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And towing the slab in this one, Emmanuel Clase. What do we need to know here?
Well, just a three-pitch mix in his arsenal, which, it's not a lot for a starter. So always very important for him to have a good feel and command all three. Sometimes you can make that three look like four if you add or subtract a little bit of velocity on one. But, one thing about it, it can be easy to get too predictable out there on the mound. So hitters are aware of that. Mixing those three pitches in all counts is going to be a big key for him in this one.
.99 miles per hour to finish him off.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there. And typically, if you're going to have a chance with the pitch, if it's down, that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement. But still, that one tied him up, and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
And the 0-1. And that one a little bit high. Do you love the Soto shuffle?
Yes, I do. I think it's a little flair, little flash at first, maybe seen as arrogant, but I think the talent backed it up and everybody was okay with it.
One down, base is empty. Good job to fight that one off. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Jimenez settles under it. Hauls it in, and there's two away.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. Swing and a miss. Going one.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Next pitch misses outside. And the count 1-2. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Now the Guardians will get their shot. Still scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. On the hill here today, Yu Darvish. And singing he's a workhorse. Loves pitching deep into his starts.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Bottom of the first. So in now for Cleveland, Steven Kwan. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Darvish, multi-time All-Star. He throws a cutter, a four-seamer, a slider, a sinker, and occasionally works in a splitter. Rips that one to right. Dahl makes the grab, one away.
Batting second, the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. And first offering is fouled off. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And it's off the top of the wall. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Everything came together for him. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Here's Jose Ramirez. There's a swing and a drive. And off the base of the wall. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Runner on at first with one gone. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. And Cleveland on top 1-0. Chris, Yu Darvish debuted with the Rangers back in 2012. It's been a pretty successful big league career. He's been an all-star multiple times and a guy with all those pitches. He gives PitchCom a run for its money, I think you'd say. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Josh Naylor. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Grisham gets it back in quickly. They hold him at third base, and now the bases are loaded.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Hard liner. Makes the catch for the second out.
Batting seventh, the right fielder,
Oscar Gonzalez now at the plate. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. In comes the run from second, and they're up by 3.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Here's Mike Zunino. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw comes in quickly as the lead runner at third gets the stop sign.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
2 outs, bases loaded. Stepping up for the Guardians, Miles Straw. Line drive, base hit. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. It's 5-0.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That does it for Yu Darvish. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Brent Honeywell Jr.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. That's hard hit on the line. Grisham makes the catch, and that'll do it. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around at 5 score. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. It's the Guardians 5 and the Padres nothing. Here in Cleveland, and the batter will be the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
This one in the air, right field. Gonzalez hauls it in for the out. 1 away.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 9.
Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. Jake Cronenworth, the Michigan kid. He played at the University of Michigan. Rays took him in the 15 draft in the 7th round. Grew up playing a lot of hockey. Eventually made his big league debut with the Padres. Chris, he's been an all-star twice. Strike 2.
Yeah, and when he came up to the big leagues, just seeing how quickly he was comfortable, looked like a veteran player, and just solid skills all the way around. To me, he was kind of that sneaky favorite player that I had.
Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Already 3 strikeouts here in the early part of this start, so I think the guys further down in this lineup might need to take notice, take some notes, share some information. Got to bring a better plan to the plate, or else it's going to be a really difficult game. Disrupt this pitcher, do something to get him out of his rhythm.
Next offering is in for a strike. Versatile player defensively, can play all over the place. In college, he was a two-way guy. They not only used him as a middle infielder, but he closed games, and the Rays actually used him that way at AAA in terms of letting him throw some meaning. That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Padres down in order. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back here at the ballpark, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now, Ahmed Rosario. The wind of the pitch. Liner caught at second.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back and gone. Jose Ramirez bops one out, and they tack on to their lead. It's 6-0.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Here's Josh Bell. Singled and scored his first time. Line drive caught.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
And now it's Josh Naylor. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 1 so far. That one is absolutely belted. And out of here. The Rockets one to right, and they add a couple more. It's 8-0.
Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Base is empty with 2 away. Oscar Gonzalez digs in for the Guardians. Now that's smacked to right center. That's a hit.
I feel like I've seen more balls, and this is speaking as a former outfielder, former center fielder, but more balls in this game just out of the reach. Sometimes the angle's not great. Other times, just got to give credit because the hitters hit the ball really hard. It jumped off the bat. But one thing we do know, these warmer temperatures are very, very favorable for the hitters.
In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now an 8-0 game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back now at Progressive Field. And now it's Austin Nola.
Austin Nola.
Clase back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. One gone here.
Really nice execution of the cut fastball right there. Similar to how you might throw a 2-strike slider, start it middle away, let it break and take over that outside corner of the plate. But sometimes with a cutter, you just don't know how much it'll move. I think he's good, and I think he was also a little lucky right there.
Ha-Sung Kim, the next up for the Padres. That one's in there, 0-1. Kim, in his 3rd season, 27 years old, and he's a native of South Korea. Here comes the 0-1. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Fielding for the wall, makes the catch in foul ground. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, David Dahl.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might.
He's under it at first, and that'll do it. Nothing doing there for the Friars, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Back here in Cleveland, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the center fielder, Miles Straw. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. And that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
He was all over that one. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Hauls it in for the out.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Ahmed.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ahmed Rosario. 1 for 2. Honeywell, 28 years old, a former first-round pick, back in 2014. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And that one is off the wall. Now he launches a throw over his head. And he'll make it up to second as he advances on the throwing error.
Just an awesome swing of the bat, quick hands, and just launched the baseball. 108 on the exit velocity. Man, that is coming off the bat pretty good. I know he's feeling good about it.
Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. He's already homered here in this one. Base hit and a run comes in. Now a long throw home. Not in time. He's safe as they score a pair on the play.
Back-to-back base hits. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Ryan Weathers will take over here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Josh Bell at the plate now. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. Around second is Ramirez. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And here is Josh Naylor. That one is hammered right field. That's back there. And it's gone. A 3-run homer, and they add to their lead. It's 13-0.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
So 1 out, nobody on. Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. That one pulled foul. Oh, and 1 now. Back up the middle and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
All over that one right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Oscar Gonzalez digs in now.
Showed a really nice opposite field approach in his last at bat.
Ripped into right field, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. I'll tell you, man, it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
And now maybe extra bases. Coming around third is Jimenez. 1 run is in. The relay to second, and he's in there as a run scores.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. Ripped to short. There for the out. Runner scores from third. So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Domingo Tapia. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Domingo Tapia.
So the batting order turns over. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. crushed to right, and that one's going to leave the park. Out of here. Home run. An absolutely majestic shot, and they boost their lead. It's 17-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Now the number 2 hitter, Ahmed Rosario. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. So Jose Ramirez now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Now batting, the third baseman.
2 outs, runner at first. And up next for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. He's already homered in this game. Hammered, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Stepping in, Josh Bell. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. On to inning number 4. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Trent Grisham.
Trent Grisham.
And he deals. He was late there. Strike 1.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
I'd love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Soto, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Strike 2.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Swings and misses. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Machado now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
These guys have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient, take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Right side, hard hit. Jimenez throw to first. Machado out on the play. And that is that. Padres go down quietly. They're in a wee bit of a hole. Down 17-0. And welcome back. And here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
The first baseman.
You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turn, this ball well hit left center field, and that splits the gap. And he's got a double, his 4th hit.
Boog, I know you love the slug. Well, the slugging percentage is on the rise in this one. That's his 3rd extra base hit of the game. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. out into left center for a line drive base hit. Naylor around third. He'll score, and the lead continues to grow. Tries to get back and save.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
So man aboard. So in now for Cleveland, Oscar Gonzalez. Into center and a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Mike Zunino. And a base hit knocks in a run.
Picks himself up an RBI. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And now the center fielder, Miles Straw. Now a screamer into the outfield. And a base hit. Gonzalez coming home. He'll score easily. And they extend their lead. He's in there.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
New pitcher on here, Nabil Prismac.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this line is swinging it.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Line drive. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. One down.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at this ballpark.
That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. One run across. Now 2 runs score, and the lead continues to grow.
Waste no time there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
So up next, Jose Ramirez. Ripped to right, base hit. Rosario around third. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. 112 miles per hour. The ball seemed to explode off the bat right there. He put everything together on that swing. So that's one of those knocks that feels a little extra sweet.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only 1 away.
Back-to-back singles. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
1 away, runners at first and third. Stepping up for the Guardians, Josh Naylor. And there's a fly ball deep right field. 1 run is in, and it's off the wall. He's in safely at second. A run comes in the play. Jose Azocar coming into the game now as the injury replacement.
Number 28.
And up next for Cleveland, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a laser off the bat. This looks like extra bases. And now let's see if he goes for it. One run across, another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they extend their lead.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for these guys. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Tim Hill gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Number 25, Hill.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Oscar Gonzalez. Base hit, left center field. Jimenez around third. He will score, and the lead continues to grow.
This is unbelievable. That's now 6 consecutive hits by this lineup. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Mike Zunino. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Hammered to center. No doubt about this one. Way out of here. Gone. That was a moonshot, and they add to the lead. It's 29-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So digging in, Miles Straw. Lined, and that's a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And now it's going to be Stephen Kwan. Lined, and that's a base hit. Straw round second on his way to third.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Digging in. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. One run is in, and it hits the top of the wall. Oh, the throw is over his head, and he'll make it up to second as he advances on the throwing error.
As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
Now it's the power speed combo, Jose Ramirez. That's a base hit, run scores. Another comes in to score, and they extend their lead.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. At 110 miles per hour on the exit velo, that thing was screaming, and that's some serious bat speed to generate contact like that, and no doubt a higher launch angle sends that thing out of here easily.
And the batter now. Base knock center field. Oh, he throws it away.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Kim fires to second for one. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. So they pour it on here for 15 runs. We go to the top of the fifth. Leading off, Xander
The
Bogaerts.
shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
And the right-hander back to work. And a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Even though Bogaerts at the beginning of his career signed with and then played for the Boston Red Sox, his favorite player growing up was Derek Jeter, and that's why he wore number 2. In the air out to center. Straw has a beat on it. And there's one away.
The first baseman, number 9, Jake.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. His first at bat was a strikeout. That's in there. Strike 1. Left-hand hitter waits. Struck him out swinging. Gassed it right by him.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
The designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's Matt Carpenter. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Steven Wilson takes over on the mound.
For the Padres, number 36, Steven Wilson.
So in now for Cleveland, Andres Jimenez.
For the Guardians,
And it may be a long
The
shot,
second
but a
baseman.
triple here will give him the cycle.
Steve Jimenez.
And a pitch. The other way, and it stays fair. And that rolls into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
So up next, Oscar Gonzalez. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run comes in to score from second, and the lead continues to grow.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Here's a big power threat. Mike Zunino. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Luis Garcia comes on now. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Now pitching for San Diego, number 66, Luis Garcia.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Miles Straw. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Grisham settles under it. And there's one away.
Now batting, left fielder.
So the lineup flips over. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Well struck right field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
One out, runner at second. Now here is Ahmed Rosario.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
That's out to center field. And that's down. A base hit.
Another hit. I mean, these types of performances at the plate don't come around too often. This is pretty special. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And that one is lifted in the air. Grisham puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Josh Bell.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Bell. Bell puts it in the air out towards left center. Soto grabs it on the run. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We're through 5. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And here's the catcher, Austin Nola. Clase back to work. Little chopper rolls foul.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Struck him out without a swing. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Stepping in for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim. 0 for 1 with a flyout. In there, and it's 0-1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Now it's going to be Jose Azocar.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that change up in the stands and then fouling the fastball the opposite field up into the stands.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Back now at Progressive Field, bottom of the 6th. And now the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. The right-hander back to work. Ripped to right center, and that one will leave the park. Out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So digging in, Andres Jimenez. On a line out towards center. And there's one down.
Now batting, right fielder,
Oscar Gonzalez digs in for the Guardians. Gonzalez, 25 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And a rope into center field, base hit.
I mean, come on, have a game. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
One down. And up next for Cleveland, Mike Zunino. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it hits the fence. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his back. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. And a base hit into right center field. One run is in. Now 2 runs score, and they extend their lead to second, but way too late. Safe there.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Ripped on a line to center. Grisham makes a nice running catch.
now batting, the shortstop,
Ahmed Rosario digs in for the Guardians. That smash towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That is the inning. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. One was the solo homer. Here in Cleveland, now it's Trent Grisham to the plate.
The center fielder, number 1.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
And first offering is fouled off. Next pitch is downstairs. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And a foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Takes it in for the out.
The left fielder, number 22, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
In there for strike 1.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
And the righty deals. Right through there, got him. And there's 2 away. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Manny Machado. That's in there. That's strike one.
Some guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And he can't come up with it. But in time, nice job to stay with it to end the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join in the traditional 7-inning stretch.
So Josh Hader gets the call to the mound.
Now pitching for San Diego, number 71, Josh Hader.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Around first, heading for 2. Throw is high and over his head. And he'll make it up to second as he advances on the throwing error.
When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. He elevates that a little bit more. It's definitely out of here.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Josh Bell. Line drive, base hit down the line. They're waving Ramirez home. He scores, and the lead continues to grow.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Man at first. So in now for Cleveland, Josh Naylor. Popped in the air, left field. Soto makes the grab, and there's one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. This to center field. Grisham settles under it. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Oscar.
Next to hit, Oscar Gonzalez. Laced to right center, base hit. Bell around second, headed for third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
So 2 down. Next to hit, Mike Zunino. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one's carrying. And gone!
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. Slice down the right side. And the 0-1. In the air, center field. Grisham trying to get there. Makes the grab on the run. And that'll do it. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run homer. We look ahead to inning number 8. Back after this on the show. Back here at the ballpark. And here is Xander Bogaerts.
Not a single base runner through the first 7 innings for these guys. They've had no answer.
The pitch. Gets under it and pops it up. Rosario in position. And a quick out, number 1.
Still rolling to start the 8th. Just 5 more outs to get.
Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. Still a ways to go, but this is can't miss stuff right now. That's in there. The Padres yet to pick up a hit here. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Righty delivers. Popped up. Jimenez has this one sized up. And there are 2 outs. So just 4 more outs to get through, and the tension is building in the ballpark right now.
Yeah, and we can feel it in the booth. He's got these hitters locked up.
And now the DH, Matt Carpenter, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Back to the mound, Rosario. Out number 3. So now 24 have been set down in order. 3 left to go for perfection. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. The pitch. Line drive, base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Now here is Ahmed Rosario. Azokar moving under this one. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
So up next, Jose Ramirez. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Late swing, fouled off.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Kwan at first, 1 gone. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Grisham settles under it. Hauls it in, 2 away. Man at first. Next is the designated hitter, Josh Bell.
Bell.
Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right. Kicks and fires. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
And now Josh Naylor. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And that one hammered. That's back there. And that one is gone.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So two away with nobody on. Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one's carrying, and it hits the base of the wall. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
And up next for Cleveland, Oscar Gonzalez. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. And they hold the runner at third base as they decide not to risk the send with two away.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
And here is Mike Zunino. Drilled to left center, way back there, and that is gone.
Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
So digging in, Miles Straw. Bounce to the right side. Throw over to Cronenworth. That's the third out. Inning over. Emmanuel Clase. Perfect so far. We'll see if he can make history as we head to the ninth. And welcome back. All set to start the ninth in this one. So digging in now for San Diego, Austin Nola. And a pitch. This one high in the air to left center. Straw getting an angle on it. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down. And now 2 outs away from history.
Well, I hope he gets this done. I mean, this is the kind of feat that can define a career. Hard not to root for him at this point.
So up next, Ha-Sung Kim. High fly ball out to center field. Straw has a beat on it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
26 up and 26 down. One more out for a perfect game. This is awesome, Boog.
On the verge of baseball history here, and certainly one of the most dominating pitching performances we've seen. Everyone locked in right now. Azokar in the box now. No balls and a strike. And a weak ground ball to the left side. And there it is, history. He's thrown a perfect game.
Just unbelievable. I was nervous up here in the booth. I can only imagine what his teammates and even he felt out there on the mound closing this thing out. Everyone will remember this perfect game, and it'll be notched in Cooperstown forever.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 16 minutes.
So I'm lounging around with my crew just chillin'. I'm wearing black and white, but I ain't no villain. When all of a sudden I get this rumbling feeling. It's my stomach, it's telling me I need to be grillin' some hamburgers, you know, that big fat and juicy, the ones that be having you licking your lips profusely. And when you take a bite, you no longer feel down, cause with that taste of perfection in your mouth, you can't frown. Life's so good when you're eating a burger. It's so unhealthy, it's like artery murder. But you don't even care cause it tastes so good. It's like
hamburger, hamburger, hamburger,
yum.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Big Mac,